Back with yet another royal drama. Consider us obsessed. In this video, we'll be looking at the King and Prince Harry's tussle, which is clearly getting out of hand. We mean, it's come to a tell-all book, guys. We've had disagreements with our parents too, but we'd never dare. But let's get real. The stakes are very real in their case, and right now, it seems like they're fighting a battle of nerves. Let's dive in. First off, the King should definitely spare this a thought. To be honest, we're cracking jokes about this situation, but it ain't a funny matter at all, especially considering all the past revelations the popular couple has made about the family. But it seems like the King is currently experiencing a power high, and his wrath is focused on his youngest son.
Spare us all. We now know Prince Harry's memoir will be published on January the 10th.
The news of Harry's memoir hitting the bookstores soon has put the King in a sour mood, and with the title now announced, we think it'll be a hit piece against the monarchy. Why? Guys, brace yourselves. It's called Spare. Spare, as in not essential, not required, but extra. And if that doesn't tell you anything, we'll spell it out for y'all. In the line of succession, that's how important the younger prince is. Yep, he went there. And that's exactly how his family has made him feel as well. Keeping into account the recent drama that went down when he asked for space for his family when his wife was dealing with depression.
He says he felt helpless when Meghan Markle, pregnant with their first child, threatened to commit suicide.
This whole attitude about soldiering on, despite how you feel, is quite last century, and if the King wants to remain relevant, he should think about the message he's sending with his antics. It's been what seems like ages since King Charles updated the titles of all family members, but those of Prince Harry's children. We just don't get why he'd want to alienate a son whose book is about to come out. We think the King needs some lessons in diplomacy, don't you? Next up, why should King Charles be worried? It's never wise to underestimate an enemy, or in this case, a scorned son. Like, pick your battles, my king, and try not to make thy family thy enemy, because they literally know all the secrets. We can see that the couple isn't afraid to talk to the media. Their openness and candor have made them quite popular, and that's something the Crown has been unable to achieve, so we can all guess who'll dominate the narrative. Look at it this way. The palace has still been unable to put out the fire that the couple started with their Oprah interview. With all the media machinery on its side, the House of the monarch could not control what was being said, so they should really think about the road they want to take. We can also see clearly that the King has more to lose. With just having claimed the throne, he isn't exactly the most popular sovereign around, and that's not surprising, given the way he's handled his life. If Harry has included anything that makes his father look like a villain, let us assure you, it will stick. And the reason behind it would be the King's stubbornness to not do the right thing. The whole fight started from this. It looks like nobody has learned any lessons here. From where we're looking, the monarch's advisors should be fired for not handling this better and diffusing the situation. Coming to the wrath of the monarch. We might not like the way he's handling things, but the truth is that with the title comes power, and right about now, King Charles is definitely ready to rock the boat. Seems like some heads will roll, or a couple of royal titles at least. The latest is that he's not just withholding titles from his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet, he's also set on stripping the parents of their titles, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, if Prince Harry does not back down. The King's ask is that the book, in no way, should tarnish the monarchy. But here's a thought. If the family and the firm are so convinced that they've done nothing wrong, why are they so scared? It's funny how much they care. That only happens when there's truth to what's being said. The thing is that if such a move is made, it'll blow up in the family's face a lot more than a tell-all book, because what it'll do is add credibility to whatever is being said. That's why banning anything has always been such a bad idea. It creates curiosity. The best course of action here would not be to go on a full offense. It'll be to let it slide. If someone's attacking you, that's their issue. When you strike back, then it becomes yours. Also, not withholding what's legally theirs might be a good place to start. Let's look at it from the family's perspective. Okay, so the thing is that at the end of the day, it's a family drama, and of course, there are titles, crowns, and estates involved, but the feelings are pretty much the same. It's a father trying to protect the honor of the family from a member who's gone rogue. Now, this might seem sad, but the truth is that this is how the King has been raised, with these values. All he's ever known is to put the monarchy first, and if you really look at it, that's what he's doing. More than being personal, this is a fight for survival. Eat or be eaten, that sort of thing. Every family has issues, but in this family's case, the stakes are much higher. If they lose, they don't just lose face, they lose years of rule, as well as the privilege that comes with it. That sounds like a daunting prospect, no? Just imagine someone who's not been with the times at all, and has no clue how to live without being posh. The threat to their existence is suddenly a lot more. This is no longer about who's right and who's wrong. wrong. It's just plain survival at any cost. This is why the king thinks taking a hard stance against Prince Harry's narrative is his only option, forgetting that they gave up a lot more to get away. Following up, can he really axe them? Did y'all miss the part about him being king? Of course he can and he will. According to Nicol, the royal expert,
I think titles are given to those who have earned them, and I think at the moment...
I don't think they're going to get those titles if they're seen to be tarnishing the institution, and I think perhaps there might be a question mark over the future of Harry and Meghan's titles potentially if they're seen to be deliberately tarnishing the reputation of the monarchy. We hope that answers all those "can he really" though. He is the head of the family, and that usually entails doing right by the family members who are towing the line. We've noticed how the Duke and Duchess have been shunted down below the working royals list on the website. These are clear indications of how the king is looking to deal with this problem, and if we were Harry and Meghan, we'd start getting worried right about now. The thing is that this isn't about them alone. The kids are involved now. So naturally, emotions are the driving force here. And while King Charles holds the cards to their future, one thing that we can guarantee is that an aggressive approach would be the worst possible way to go. On both ends, that is. We'll have to wait and see what really goes down, because both parties are quite determined to win, and the case is in the people's court. What's more, this really isn't a great time to pick new battles. Prince Harry and Meghan are loved, there's no doubt about that, but are they really being wise about it all? What it looks like is they're prodding an already angry bear, and this is the perfect recipe for disaster. The reason that the king is coming down so hard on them is that the couple has been involved with multiple projects that can be the family's undoing. So it sounds sinister when we say it like that, but basically, exercising their right to speak is a crime against the crown. And at this point, even if they want to go easy on the monarchy, since the queen has recently passed away, it's no longer possible. The arrows have been shot, and they're heading for the targets. Along with the prince's memoir, a docu-series is all set to hit Netflix. Add that to the season of the famous TV show, The Crown, which will follow Charles and Princess Diana's relationship and her untimely death. It seems like things are about to get difficult for the royal family overall, and we know what happens when people are pushed into corners or against the wall. There's going to be a reaction, and we can only hope that it doesn't destroy everything. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think the king will hold a grudge against Prince Harry for publishing a memoir? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and press that bell icon for the latest information and news like this. See you in the next one.